What's up guys, hope you're doing well. Today we'll have another look into the Zano price chart because we have an update here on our $18.87 price target. Also, we are very close to activating a much bigger price target that is then above $30, so we'll also talk about that. But first of all, let's have a quick look what has happened since the last update right here. So the last update was basically right here when we got the second rejection from this resistance zone right here. Then we made some more rejections over the next days, and 3 to 4 days ago we managed to break above this. And in the last update I said that this zone right here is a battle zone because this is the zone of the all-time high, and you know the all-time high level is always very important because we are getting a lot of selling pressure. It's a big resistance, but therefore also in case we are breaking the all-time high, then we are also very strong, and therefore likely a very strong move will follow. And that is the move that we are talking about in 1 second. But before we are looking into this, let's quickly have a look at the facts, because right now I know that Zano is very strong. We had this rising wedge right here. It has broken to the upside. This is already against the odds. So normally a rising wedge is a bearish pattern. And what we normally see is that we are bouncing around in this area, and then at some point we are breaking to the downside. That is the normal or the most likely case when we have this pattern. Here we have breaking to the upside. This is very good. Then at the next resistance level, we got rejected a couple of times, but we were still going strong, breaking above this. And right now we are in the main battle zone, in the main resistance zone that is right at the all-time high. And currently it seems like something similar like we had right here, that we are getting rejected here right a little bit short of the old all-time high. Also, we have to say that currently Bitcoin is not that strong. I mentioned it in my last updates that in Bitcoin currently we are battling here with this resistance level. This is also the old all-time high from May 2025. Currently we are below this. Yesterday we just made a liquidation candle, and therefore potentially we are moving a bit lower or struggling to get back above this resistance level. We could also argue at the point right now that Zano currently is moving against the market. Bitcoin is going down, Zano is going up, but still if we have a strong move to the downside or a scary move to the downside, this is also affecting most other altcoins. So this is also a little factor that I would take into account. So let's have a quick look right here what we can see from the trend. So we are just looking at the basic trend right here, and this is a clear upward trend. Right now we are moving back to the downside. In order to have this very nice, clean and strong, it would be very nice to see that we are not going below this level. Then we would remain very strong, and in case we are doing this, then I think it is likely that we are hitting our price target right here and also making a new all-time high within the first half of the rectangle. You may remember it at this point right here, the first update that I have posted about Zano, that I said that if we have a strong trend, that most likely we will hit the price target within the first half of the rectangle. And this is still possible. And as I said, I think that the odds remain high for this as long as we are staying above this high right here. In case we should move lower, this is not tragic. So it would be good if we are staying in the battle zone right here. So if we are not moving below this level that we got rejected recently, that would be very nice. And also if we see a strong bounce right here, we still have the odds and the chances that we are hitting the price target within the first rectangle. But in case we are seeing a stronger correction back to the trend line, that is the next level that I will watch out for, then very likely the price or the price target will be hit somewhere in the second half of the rectangle. And the reason why I'm talking about so much about this price target here is because it is very likely that once we are breaking the old all-time high, which is Let's quickly have a look right here. This is at $18.22 and the price target is at $18.87. So this is not far away, and the likelihood that then we are also breaking or reaching our price target is very high. That is why I'm currently looking at the price target, but our $30 price target, a little bit higher, we will have a look at this right now. This will be activated as soon as we are making a new all-time high. Very important, we not just need to make a new all-time high, we also need to have a daily candle close above the old all-time high. And when this is happening, let's quickly have a look into the correct number right here. So we are taking the old all-time high, we are taking the low. Of course, right now the time window is not exactly, because we only know the exact time window when we know when the breakout has happened, but the price target very likely will not change unless we would assume that we are making a new low. That means we are going back below $5, and I think that is at the moment very unlikely. So therefore our price target is $31.49. That is then the price target that we are looking at when we are breaking above the old all-time high, having a daily candle close above the old all-time high. And let's also have a quick look into some estimates of the time window. As I said, the time window is only accurate if we have the real breakout day, but it will be a couple of days later or before, so therefore we can have already an estimate. So the time window is until the 31st of May 2026. As I already have said it with this smaller price target right here, if we have a strong trend, which is likely to see if we are breaking above the old all-time high, then very likely we are reaching the price target somewhere in the first half of the rectangle. This would be until the 24th of January or earlier. You know that if we also continuing this move right here, we will potentially be somewhere here, maybe even in the first quarter or something. But at the moment, this is pure speculation. I just want to let you know that if we are having the daily candle close above this level, above the old all-time high, then this is the price target that we are looking at. At the moment, not active, at the moment speculation, but as soon as something should change, to the upside, to the downside, you know that I will upload a new video, so make sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss this. You now know all the levels that I'm currently looking at, to the upside, to the downside, and in case there should be any questions or if you have any other cryptos that you want me to have a look at, feel free to post them down in the comments. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.